Hello, it's Kerry from Mobilates. I hope you are having a good Wednesday. Maybe it's stopped raining. It's stopped raining in Devon. Not every day, but some of the days, and we'll take that as a win. There's been a bit of sunshine and it's felt very nice indeed. See all the daffodils out, all the flowers coming out. Just a little hint of what's to come. Very welcome. So how are you doing? I'm going to check. I've got the comments on. Oh, hello as I do. Jackie's there. Hello. Lovely to have you here. We're going to get started. Use your session where we can stand, we can sit, and we can recline, we can lie down. So you can do a mix of those things, or you can stick in a position that works better for you. That might be standing, might be sitting, might even be lying down all the way through. Shall we get started? Oh, hello, Irene. Lovely to have you here. Right, we're going to start with a little shake, a little wiggle. So it's nothing too strenuous. It's like you're wiggling inside your baggiest garment. Hello, Gillian. Oh, a little flurry of people coming in. Always makes me feel nice and fuzzy. So just having that little wriggle. Not forgetting the legs. Letting everything have a little wibble and a wobble. And then we'll pause for a moment. Wider legs though. So sitting or standing with these wider legs, wriggling maybe on a bed. Placing your arms, well, let's place our hands together and let's circle outwards and make it big, as big as you comfortably can. See, I'm having a little look up and a little lean back as well. If I was doing this in the chair, I'd be trying not to crash into my chest of drawers. I might have to go a little smaller. Take a big stretch. And one more. And then give your feet a little bit of rubbing, a little bit of friction. We're just trying to warm them through and bring a bit more sensation in. And then legs in a parallel position. So if I look down, there's room for a paperback book between my feet. If I was sitting, it's about 2 fists between the knees. Now grow a little taller. If you're sitting, get right up on your sit bones. If you're standing, we've grown tall in the spine. Could you let your knees soften so your legs just go a little shorter? And then we're going to go into some pelvic tilts. Now, pelvic tilts, so rocking of the pelvis. If you are sitting, feeling yourself rolling back onto the squishy bit of your bottom. So this is me sitting up really tall, right on my sit bones. This is me rolling back. And then I'm going to roll forwards. And that movement's coming from my lumbar spine, this very bottom part of your spine here where your pelvis is. To get that roll back, I bring a little tension to my belly, like I'm pulling it back a little with an exhale. And then as I roll forwards, I let that go. These belly muscles relax and everything feels a bit longer. There's a bit more room at the front. This is me standing, doing the same thing. And I put my hands in different positions just to feel the parts that are moving. And then letting go and having that shake out again. And then could you bring your neck back a little? I'm just going to put my finger on my chin, almost like I'm pressing my chin very slightly. Take it back, and now I've got a long neck. And then let it go forwards. And then bring it back. So it's a bit like we're a chicken or a turkey. But we're not going for the full maximum. So I'm not really straining like that. Just a little push forwards, a little pull back. And you sort of know when it's right when you pull back and you feel your extra chin coming out, but not all your extra chins. And then keeping that back, we're going to turn side to side. And then I'm turning a little to the side and I'm tipping downwards. I'm just looking down here where my arm meets the body. Coming up, turn the other way. Looking down to that same point. So you're just looking down this part, like the very side of your chest. Last one. And then starting some shoulder rolls. That's it. Now I like a bit of breath with this, breathing in as they come forwards and up, and out as they go round the back. Just check. Oh, hello. I was just seeing if there's anyone I've missed. I have. Christine, hello. And then Simone, hello. Don't worry, only a tiny bit late. Always forgive. So I'm breathing in on this bit. And then as I go to this back, as it's just about to go back, squeeze together. This is my exhale. It's a little bit longer than the inhale. So this is my inhale. That was my exhale. Oh, that feels better. Right now, we're going to have a little swish around. So legs are a bit wide. You can see my legs and my hips are moving. You could do this with your arms up here if you like. If you're sitting, you can slide one hand forwards and the other back. Or you could swish your hands around you like you're sitting in a whirlpool. And then come back to the center and bring your legs a little closer together so they're back in parallel. And we're going to do a sort of number of things that we mix together and do a little sequence, a little flow. So we'll start with one heel raise and then the other side. So just getting that going, keeping everything really steady. Now, if you're sitting on the chair, you might put your hands on your hips or rest your hands here or on your legs. And your hips tend to stay steady here because all the sort of gravity is taking you down to the chair. If you're standing, we're going to try and take our hips and keep them really still. So I'm trying not to do this. I'm trying not to do wiggly hips, just keeping it really steady. Might even do a little changeover. Now, could you do double heels up and down, taking my hands off my hips just for balance sake? That's it. Next one's going to be a bit different. I'm going to come down, knee points forwards, spine really upright. So it's not tipping forwards, it's just this lowering of the knees. Now, if you're sitting thinking, why does this work? So we've done a heel up. Then we're going to do feet down. I want you to push downwards into your legs. So you feel your spine just come up and lift a little. Option to give a little push into the back of your chair and come up a little higher. So it depends if your arms like that. So we've got a heel raise and then a knee bend. And then we're going to put something else in as well. So on the next one, where am I going? I think we're going to the side. Oh yeah, let's do a little side push with the foot. And then we'll do a knee bend. A heel raise it was, wasn't it? Forgotten already. Knee bend. A little push with the foot. And if you are sitting, so we're doing the heel raise, a knee bend, and then a little tap out to the side. Heel raise, knee bend, a little tap out to the side. So we've got that going. Hopefully I've got it in my head as well. Oh no, I've gone wrong again. It's all happening. They're all the moves are there, just not in the right order. Right now, I thought we could bring an arm into it. So heel raise, knee bend, arm out and leg out. Now, as I'm turning my arm out, I'm turning my thumb upwards. So we've got a heel raise, a knee bend, arm and leg out to the side. Very nice. One more, two more. Let's do one more each side. This is the last one. And then could you do a side bend, but grow tall first? So grow a little taller. We're going to have a little lean over to the side. And then a reach to the side, like you're reaching for a handle. Just giving it a little turn, a little twist. And then come back. Side bend to the other side. Reach out. A little further. Turn or a twist. Come back. Side bend. This time we're going to reach up. Turn, twist like you're changing a light bulb. I know you can't see my hand, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And then the other side, little side bend down, come up tall, reach up, turn, or a twist. Going to go through it one more time. So a side bend, reach, little turn, bring it back, a side bend, reach, turn, bring it back, side bend, reach up, turny, twisty, bring it back, last one, side bend, reach up, turny, twisty, and then have a little shake out, let it go. Make it a little bit swishy, turny, looser. Right, now, wider legs, feet can be turned out a little bit. If you're standing, put your hands on your thighs, have a little sit back. It's like you're sitting on a very low loo. Now, how low it is, I mean, maybe you want a higher one, it's fine. And then when you come up, we're going to take the leg to ones, we're going to take our weight into one leg, have a little kick out again. So we sit back down again, lowering down, weight into this leg, push this leg away. If you are sitting, so with legs a little bit wider, lean forward, could even bring the feet back slightly. And then stepping out to the side, forwards, step out to the side. We'll go a couple more times. Could even bring that arm back again with the thumb coming up. You can see I'm going a bit lower. You really don't have to. You could be much higher like that if that's better for you. Right, last time. And could you sit back again, legs comfortable width for you, don't need to be super low. We're going to hold it here. Try not to watch me, but place one hand on your legs to hold yourself up, and the other hand like you are swishing dust off a table. Now we can turn at the waist here, and we're just going to hold our bum and hips just really still. You're sitting. Looks like this. You could take your feet a little further back. And then come up and just have a wiggle for your hips. Maybe they want to go around in a circle. And then we're going to do the same but the other side. So coming forwards, one hand supporting, the other hand reaches out, clears a table, gets all the rubbish off it, dust, whatever. And then come back up, bring yourself back up, have a little wriggle. And then we're going to do a little forwards and backwards. So arms up in the air, chest upwards, and then take your arms down. You can make this a smaller movement. You can make it a really big movement. If you're coming down, you could keep your back straight and put your arms between your legs, or you could bring hands to your thighs and go back up again. If you're standing, I like a little lean back here, and then a little bit of momentum to bring me up again. Sitting my bum down, just like before. And pushing through the floor could make this a lot softer. So it's more about this upright posture, not going down so low. And last one. And then we're going to take it down towards the floor, or you can stay sitting if you prefer. So I'm going to lie down, but I'll keep going on the sofa to show sitting postures. You might want a cushion behind you if you're sitting, or even between your legs, because it just varies. Things like pelvic tilts, things that we do a lot of. It's nice to make things more interesting and more novel for the brain. So take yourself to your bed or your floor, your mat, or whatever you're lying down on, or to the back of your chair, and just have a little rock or a sway or a wriggle. If you're lying downwards, we just check that our heads are comfy and supported. So you want to feel that you naturally look up towards the ceiling and that you might need a cushion under your head. I have a really little cushion, so it's quite flat, and that's about the right amount of support to get my back of my head in line with my body. If it feels like you're almost looking behind you at the wall, I need a bit more under your head. And if it feels like your head's sort of tilted like this and you're looking between your legs, and maybe too much. So it's finding that Goldilocks place. And then we've got our feet on the floor, our legs are bent. You can rest your hands on your belly and your pelvis in all these positions. And we're going to rock our pelvis again. Now, if you're lying on the floor, this is more like you're sort of rolling a ball. It could be a ball. I was going to say a bowl. A bowl or a ball. And you're rolling backwards and rolling forwards. The back of your pelvis, this part here, this sort of triangle, we're rolling on that, the sacrum. Now, if you're sitting, you're on your sit bones and you're sort of rolling a bit off those, a little forwards and to the back, and they're much more knobbly, whereas our sacrum's sort of a flatter surface. Some people, if they're lying down, as they roll back, they let their belly sink down, they feel the back pressing down right into the floor. Some people don't. If you've got a very arched back or a sway back, your back will really struggle to do that. You might even find that you need to put a bit of a small towel underneath, something that you can feel as you get there. So we've done some pelvic tilts. Next, we're going to have our arms down by our sides, maybe holding the sides of the chair. But if you're sitting, come forwards on the chair. So you're on the front third of your chair, because this is going to give your legs a bit of room. We're going to keep the pelvis really still, whether you're lying back on a mat or you've got your bum on the chair. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, one leg is going to slide away. Now it can slide and touch the floor, or it can slide in the air. Now, if you're sitting, you might find the air is more comfortable than sort of the resistance of the floor. I'm sort of sliding in the air, lying down as well. So at the end, this point, my leg's on the floor, but not fully. I'm not letting the full weight go in. And this area here, my belly, I just want that really controlled, so it feels steady. If you get to about this point, and then you think, oh, it feels like my back really wants to move around and come off the floor, maybe that's as far as you go. So I'm trying not to rock from side to side. Now I'm going to take the opposite arm back. And it could look more like this. This is in the air. Nothing really touches the ground. Or it might be you want the leg on the ground and your arm much smaller. So much smaller might look like this. So that back of your arm coming away from the floor. Next one's going to be different. Could you take both arms and give them a little circle round, soft circle? Like the backs of your arms are drawing a circle. That's it. Now could you make that circle bigger? And draw it really slowly. So as that circle closes, your leg is coming back. Might do one more, you might have had enough. And then just rest for a moment. You might have a little rock or a sway or a stretch. So we've done a little forwards and backwards. Now we're going to go out to the sides. I like my hands on my belly here just to feel what's going on. One leg at a time is going to have a sway. So I'm going to let one leg sway out to the side, but controlled. So not getting that rocking sensation. It's like I'm trying to show you the inside seam of the leggings. And then it's coming back. And then the other. And just keep that going and going in a range that you can control. If you're sitting, you could bring your legs close together. You can hold like this, or I'm going to have my hands on my hips. I can feel they're nice and steady. So there's no twisting of the body. Everything's really still. Could be a bit further apart. Now we're going to bring in the opposite arm to leg. So the arm's just going to go out to the side, like you're directing somebody. Thumb is sort of at the top. You could make this bigger and maybe go a little further if that feels okay. You're going to find if you're on the floor is there as well. But we're trying not to rock and tip as we do it. Now could you try the same side? It can feel harder because there's no counterweight going on here. And the other side really has to work at stabilizing as you do that. Last one each side. And then spread your arms outwards, sides of the chair or out into the room, sides onto the floor if you're lying down. Let your knees just have a soft sway side to side. And then we're going to roll onto our sides if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, you could go into a seated on a chair posture, or if you're comfortable go into standing, this next one will work standing. So I'm going to roll onto my side, but I will demonstrate the other options as well. And we're going to have a long body, long legs. And I'm bringing my legs, this would be completely in line. So that's completely one line. I'm going to bring my legs a little bit forwards, just a little bit. Now I'm pressing into the floor with my side all the way down this leg and my hand. But you want to put your hand here, I feel like I'm going to go right over, and I know that I'm going to move in a minute to demonstrate another position. I'm going to flatten my feet a little so that side edge is pressing down. Lift your top leg up, lift your bottom leg to it, and then take them down one at a time. So top leg, bottom leg, down and down. Two more. If you are sitting, slightly different. Squeeze your legs together. Choose a side and stick to it. Take it out to the side. In. Squeeze them both together. Out to the side and in. If you're sitting, do two more. If you're lying down, ease off. If you're sitting, no, if you're lying, bring your legs forwards. It could even be a little bit more forward, so you're sort of curled up. So if you feel that your low back's uncomfortable, you bring your legs forwards like this. You can curl up a little bit more if you want to. You're going to bring this lower arm forwards. And then we're going to do bow and arrow. So my bottom arm is going to stay long, pointing forwards, and this top arm is going to pull back like it's on a bow. And I'm rolling back, but I'm going to move my cushion, so, oh, that's uncomfortable. And you've got the option to squeeze your legs together and get more rotation into your top half, into your spine, or to let your legs open. So if you've got osteoporosis or osteopenia, generally let our legs open a little bit, just so that force is a little bit more gentle. If you're sitting, you might want to sit to the side of your chair, just because then you've got a bit more room to pull back, one arm forwards, and you've also got the option to open your legs a bit here. So you, just like with sitting, keep your legs close together, parallel here, and pull back. That will have a bit more twist. And for a bit less twist, open your legs up so this ankle's much wider. Back. And one more. And then could you roll onto your back again? If you're lying down, pelvic tilt or a little mini bridge. And if you're sitting, a pelvic tilt. I'm going to come back to the mat. Just doing a little bridge, a little articulated bridge. Could bring your arms upwards, it's a bit more wobbly. And you might even do your bridge and take your arms back. Hold your bridge up in the air. Get the arms down if you want to have a little sway. If you're doing your pelvic tilt sitting, try it with your arms forwards. The effort is really going into the feet. And then you can feel it coming up into your hamstrings. And then finally, especially when you stay here longer, to your bum. And I'm sort of mixing up some of the things that I do here. You could take one arm back and then the other. And then one arm back up. And rolling back down. It just mixes all the things that we've done so far. But let's ease off and have a little sway. We've got the other side to do those leg lifts or those leg squeezes and legs apart. So if you're lying down, rolling onto your side again. Long body, and bring the legs forwards a little. Feet are flat, and they're not pointed out like that. They are in and pointing forwards, and we're pushing down into the floor. Really trying to be very long, especially at the waist. You might even feel your waist coming up off the floor a little bit rather than really settling down. See the difference in my hip? There's me settling down, really letting everything go into the floor. Here, just push my hip down. I can push a little further. Right, now we're going to take a leg up and then the other one and then the leg down and the other down. I always find these really hard. And then if you're sitting, you're squeezing your legs together and then taking a leg out to the side. Other side though, you might have worked your right leg the first time, work your left leg here. And we're doing about 4 or 5. I even find you can take your hand off the floor. And let's make this next one the last one. And then we bend our legs, bring them forwards. A bit like we're sat on an imaginary chair. Bring that lower arm forwards. If you're sitting, you might want to side sit the other way because you have a bit more room to pull your arm back. And we're going to do bow and arrow again. So the bottom arm here stays forwards and this top arm strokes back, and you can really grab the imaginary bow to pull back. And you can keep your legs together and rotate your chest and ribs back. Or for a bit less twist, you can let your legs open up. I like to breathe in as I go forwards and breathe out as I pull that bow backwards. So we're going quite slowly on these moves today, but they're also maybe a little bit stronger. That was the last one. We're going to bring ourselves back to a sitting position if you weren't there already. And now, before we finish, just have a little wriggle of your shoulders, one and then the other. Shall we do the elbows out to the side, one and then the other? We'll push our hands up and make that circle outwards and bring the chest upwards, grow a little taller. One more like that. And then we go the reverse direction. So we scoop up the air with our hands. Bring our hands together. Bring them into your chest. Well done, everybody. Thank your body for what it's just done for you, for that little bit of movement, a little bit of moisture for the whole internal body. I hope you enjoyed it. I shall see you very soon, next week. Bye-bye.